Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy back again with a new video. I hope you guys enjoy. Today we're going to be doing the Newcastle Knights and our top 3 players to watch, the people that I'm really excited for. Just remember, these top 3 players to watch are people that I'm excited for, not the best players at the club or any of things like that. Mostly, the way I'm taking this into account is people that I really enjoy watching playing footy, or their storylines are really nice, or they're coming off a year maybe of an injury or something like that. Just people I'm really excited to watch, so shout some names out for you guys so you got some people to watch this season and see how they go for either your fantasy teams or anything you want to do that for. But today with the Newcastle Knights is definitely a team that I'm really excited to do because I just saw their team predicted team list on NRL Instagram. They do their like NRL fantasy sort of breakdown. They've done their predicted teams, and to be honest, if this team can perform and KP can get back off injury and all that sort of stuff, they could be a really nice team to even make it the crack for the 8. So I know bench and probably depth is their biggest problem, the way I'm hearing from every single angle and every podcast and this and that. But just going on the top 17 players, if you have Lockie Miller starting at fullback, or you know, having KP at 5'8", you got Adam Elliott locking in that lock position. The Saifidi brothers are probably going to be up top. They got a really nice hooker in Brayley and that. These guys could actually have a great year. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into our top 3 players to watch this year list. If you guys do enjoy, please like and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. So the first player, and you're probably going to notice that the theme of this one is the top 3 players that are pretty much the ones that have been bought over to the Knights, because coming off the last couple of seasons, the Knights have been really disappointing. They've had a couple of shining lights, a couple of players that I'm probably excited to watch, you know, juniors and that sort of stuff. But these 3 players are really excited because they could actually change the outset of this team. So the first one is going to be Lockie Miller, who has just confirmed they're going to the Knights. And I'm really excited for the signing because, number one, it could push KP to that 6 role, is what everyone's been saying he's going to be doing this offseason. Whether you agree with it or not, I'm on the end. I don't fully agree with it. We did see KP kill it in the Origin, and we're going to take him away from that one position that, you know, yeah, it's just so crazy to me. But with someone like Lockie Miller that has the speed, the strength, he's got the footwork, he's got the passing game, obviously all coming from the Aussie Sevens sport before this. I'm just so excited to see him get a proper crack in the NRL, because we've seen him in like a couple of games last year for the Sharks that he was playing the actual fullback position for the Sharks, and he was amazing. I think his first game wasn't against the Titans, ran for like over 300 meters and just absolutely killed it. So if this is something we can see, you know, obviously in New South Wales Cup, he was playing really well as well. I'm just really excited to see what sort of team this could have looked like. So I hope Lockie Miller has a really great year this year. The second player is honestly a player I've been really excited for ever since he came back to the NRL, and my number 2 player is Jackson Hastings. And I thought last year he was probably one of the better players for the Tigers. He was pretty much bringing them out of all the holes they were putting themselves in. He was kind of shining light in a way, and him going away from the Tigers was really shit, to be honest. Like, I thought the Tigers were going to drop, but then again, their recruitment's been actually really nice as well. So I can see them doing really well, but also they've lost that piece that really held them together last year and kind of was the driving force for a lot of big wins for that club last year. So with Jackson Hastings going to the Knights, he's a player that takes really big control over his forward pack and his back line. And I think if there was anyone in the league that can actually try and get the best out of KP, I feel like he can. He's going to take a lot of the ball off of KP, but put KP in the best positions for him to do something special. And I think with KP, what everyone wants him to be is that player that, you know, takes the ball every set and really just takes over a game. But he's not that type of player. He's sort of in that Latrell mode where he'll pop up somewhere and create something out of nothing. And there's only certain players in the comp that could ever do that, you know. Like the opposite end of the spectrum, someone like Teddy, who touches the ball all the time. He's always in the contest. He's poking away everywhere. KP seems to have this knack where he doesn't have to do that, but whenever he can touch the ball, it's usually something sparks there. So hopefully Hastings can get the boys around the park and then just give that perfect ball to KP to finish off their sets. I'm really excited for the year that he's in for at the Knights because, as I said, their forward pack does look really nice, even though they lost Clemmer. If both the Saifidi brothers get back to that Blues form, obviously both, you know, been in the Blues camp or played for the Blues the last couple of years and that, if they can get back into that really top form, and then you have someone like my number 3 player on this list, they're just going to change this whole like team around and the way they're going to hit the comp this year. And with lucky last, we got Adam Elliott, who is a player I've really enjoyed from the Raiders. Last year I had him in fantasy, and he was possibly one of my best signings that I had in fantasy. He's been amazing. Like, I actually got to watch a lot more of him play. I watched him play at the Bulldogs, but not too I didn't really fully look into him, but when he went to the Raiders, I saw a lot more of like a running game with him too. He ran a lot like, I'm not going to say it's blasphemy to say like he's not Tamalolo. Tamalolo is so much bigger, stronger, all that sort of stuff. But the running game on him was just like, I was like, man, this is like a baby Tamalolo. Like he had some nice footwork at the line, ran like a bull. I'm just really excited to see what he's got behind this Newcastle pack. And I believe someone like Jacko Hastings can definitely unlock a player like him. He has got nice hands in that as well, but I probably would rather him more so as a ball runner, defensive sort of lock sort of position, and have someone like Hastings really direct the park around. But again, you know, amazing player. Last year got 647 tackles and only missed 46 tackles of them. He only played 24 games within that season as well, so definitely a great knock for that man, and kind of proves how good defensively he actually is. And I think with the Knights, the biggest thing with the Knights is they need a consistent team. On paper, that team does look a lot more balanced, a lot more consistent than what they have the last couple of years. So I do hope the Knights have a great year this year. So just finishing off, if you've missed any of my top 3 videos that I've done the last, 4 or 5 weeks now, we've done the Broncos, all that sort of stuff, do make sure you check them out on my channel. If you enjoy this sort of content, like and subscribe down below. I love comments, so just comment down below your top 3 players or even my feedback on my videos and that sort of stuff. That's how I grow. But thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate you guys. Take it easy.